Today we're attempting to make chicken fried steak. We have had this before when we attempted the world famous Kendall's Chicken Fried Steak Challenge in Oklahoma.
But today the challenge begins. Can we actually make this ourselves at home?
I am going full on Southern comfort. I've got my steak, I'm making homemade gravy, I'm going for the works.
And surprise, surprise, I've gone full on convenience with a ready meal by Boston Market from the freezer aisle.
Shameful. One of them from scratch, one of them from the frozen aisle, both judged by very British taste buds.
But can we actually do this justice, or are we better just returning to Oklahoma? Let's find out. There's actually two ways of cooking this.
And what would they be?
One is the microwave and it takes approximately 2.5 minutes. But I don't fancy that, that sounds too easy. So...
Really? You think? So, what's the other easy option? Go tell us.
Instead, I can go for the conventional oven and put it in there for 25 minutes first, give it a bit of a stir, and then put it back in again for a further 15 minutes.
Oh, that sounds so difficult.
So, I should get that underway now because I have a feeling that might take as long as yours does.
Well, I'm going to sit back for a second and watch you. Let's watch a master at work.
Let's get this opened and put in the oven. Maybe let's not open that on camera.
No, let's open it. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with. Where is this?
Where's the chicken?
Steak?
Where's the steak?
It's not chicken.
Where's the chicken fried steak?
It looks very beige. Is that a whole portion? Is that a whole portion for one person?
That's it.
Huh.
And we'll let you know at the end how much all of this costs, but that is what it looks like.
It certainly doesn't look like that. I don't know how
Yes,
that is going to look like
you
that.
literally cannot see. It's there. You can just about see it at the bottom there.
Well, why don't you put it in the oven
Yes.
and we'll see how good that is.
Obviously, though, a good chef can rustle up anything from anything, can't they?
You're trying to use the word chef.
Well,
Let's you just put that in the oven
okay.
and we'll see how it comes out in 35 minutes. And now it's my turn.
go for it.
Okay, so we are starting by doing a lot of things all at once.
Okay.
Which means I'm going to create chaos.
I can see there's going to be a lot of
Okay.
washing going on right now.
Always. So what we're going to do is, this is actually currently on. So what we need, oh my gosh, these are so heavy,
Yes.
is a skillet. Now I think this is a skillet. I barely ever use it.
No,
It was a wedding present.
it was a long time ago.
We've been married a long time.
I can count on one hand how many times we've used that in 23 years.
I never knew what it was for.
No.
It's a skillet, not a frying pan, because we have the frying pan.
Yes.
This is like a hybrid.
And what's that?
Oh, this is the, what's this called? Shortening. It's vegetable shortening, and we're
What
going
is
to use...
vegetable shortening?
No idea. I thought it was going to be like a butter, but it's actually in the baked aisle of the supermarket. So it doesn't go in the fridge.
So it's basically like a
I guess
cooking
it's-
oil or something.
I'm assuming it's like lard.
Oh.
So
Right,
this
okay.
goes in there. And this is what we're going to use
Wow.
to fry. I didn't say it was healthy. Didn't say it was healthy. And we're going to fry the chicken fried steak.
Yes.
Is it chicken fried steak? Is it country steak? What's the difference?
There's a few different names, isn't he? And we had this in Oklahoma, as we mentioned earlier, didn't we?
And when we first had it,
Yeah.
I was shocked because there was no chicken in there.
Yes, it did take a while to figure out. We actually considered sending it back because we were like, have we got the wrong thing?
Where's the chicken?
Yes.
Well, there is none. So while that is heating up,
Yeah.
make yourself useful. Can you pop that in the trash for me, please?
I can do that.
Okay.
Although I have been very busy on my own meal.
Anyway,
Yes.
this is where we prepared the steak.
Okay.
So it said that you're supposed to tenderize a steak.
Yes.
Now this does say that it's been tenderized. And
So does it need re-tenderizing then if it's already tenderized?
don't think so, but it said it had to be 1/4 of an inch thick. Do you
Okay.
think that looks like 1/4 of
That
an
does
inch?
look like a 1/4 inch thick to me.
I think that looks thicker. I'm really
Okay.
looking forward to tenderizing this.
You've been waiting for this all day, haven't you?
Yeah. And it did say to put it between
And
two sheets
why are you
of
using
plastic.
that bag?
Because I haven't got any saran wrap. So I'm making do with what we've got.
Is that a trash bag?
Yes. It's clean. It's clean.
Gordon Ramsay would be proud.
Be careful, I've got a rolling pin in my hand.
You look like you're enjoying that far too much. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, it's a really good stress reliever. So when we had this at Kendall's,
Yes.
it was relatively thin, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think that looks pretty good. I am now just waiting
Yes.
for the oil to heat up. And I'm leaving nothing to chance. We're going to use a thermometer.
We've got a temperature thermometer out. We're getting very precise today, aren't we?
Yeah, and it's nowhere near.
What temperature are you looking for?
365.
Wow, so that's got a long way to go at 230. So it's going on pretty steadily though.
Okay, so that's going to take a minute.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves. In a shallow bowl, I'm stirring together 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm adding 3/4 cup of buttermilk, 1.5 teaspoons of hot sauce, and we're using Tabasco. Can you see it sizzling? Wow, it's having some kind of reaction. 1 egg and 1 clove of minced garlic. The mixture is going to tenderize the steak and give it that classic southern kick. I'm going to stir this to combine it.
So why have we taken the pan off the heat?
Because it's got too hot.
Oh.
Because, like ordinary, I read it and then decided, not what the instructions said, that I should go hotter.
Somebody described our cooking skills as maybe chaos last time.
It is chaos. It really is chaos. So and again,
Okay.
classic me.
Yes.
Too much flour in there.
Right.
I need to take 2 tablespoons
Okay.
out of there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start dredging.
Dredging, a technical term for basically dressing your steak up in a layer of flour, giving it a dusting of armour before it faces that hot frying pan. It's the secret to that irresistible crunch. Let's see if we can get it right.
Dredging the steak.
Sounds industrial.
Look at the size of that.
It does look good actually. So what's the idea?
Okay, so I'll explain what I'm doing as opposed to just going off and doing it.
Yes.
So what we're doing is we're trying to create crispy steaks.
Okay.
Now, what I found quite different was that this isn't seasoned.
Ah,
The
right,
seasoning's in the liquid part. I don't know if you can see the liquid part.
Yeah.
But what it says we do first is that's just plain flour.
Right.
Or all purpose, it says just flour.
Yeah.
But look at the size of that.
Yes, that's a big chunk of meat actually.
And I'm making you one just in case yours is terrible.
How rude.
Well, this could be terrible,
Hey?
couldn't it? I mean, this could be terrible. And then I end up having to have whatever you've got.
Well, we have to decide at the end whether it's worth all the extra effort or whether the convenience of my meal is better.
There is no effort. Do you think?
Well,
oh, sorry. Well,
this looks like a bit of effort to me.
Well, we'll see, won't we? So then.
Don't see any flour on these digits, do you?
Good. Good. Sorry, I'm just reading my instructions. Dip into the. So, I want to move this. I'm really scared of because that is hot fat.
Okay.
This is the buttermilk mix.
So what was in
This
there?
has got all the seasoning.
Right, get it sticking to it.
Look at that,
And
then
with the slices and the tenderizing in there, it's going down all the holes.
And then it says,
I am a little excited about this now.
uh-oh, have we done this? I don't know if we're doing this right. We're going with it.
So it's going for a double dip?
Yeah, that's what it said. In fact, could you read the instructions and tell me how many times I'm supposed to dip and do
I don't
this?
think it's in the rule book. I don't think I'm allowed to get involved.
Well, would you
I
like
think it
to
quite
read?
clearly says each person in the challenge deals with their own meal. And
So I'm
mine's
guessing
cooking
that
away over there.
guessing that you're not going to be tasting any of this then.
No, obviously there's a judging panel at the end, which includes you. And it includes me. Therefore, I have to eat. This is purely for the experiment.
Purely experimental purposes. So I think that's massive.
Let me check for you.
Okay. Can you bring over that that wire
Yes.
rack, please? Use your words, Nicola. Use your words.
And where did you get the recipe from?
Oh, I've just said that while you were reading, but I'll
no,
say it
but
again.
where did you get it from?
All recipes.
Okay.
That's what it's called. You
Yes.
wouldn't know because you don't make anything. So then.
Do you need to leave this overnight? It's
No.
chilling. That's
No.
usually your kind of style, isn't it? Where we have to make things the day before, or
Only if it's Julia Childs. That's Julia Childs' style, not mine. So I'm just doing this second one. This, I think, Andrew,
Yes.
I'm going to put you to shame. I feel like yours is just going to be woefully underprepared. I'm so confident.
sounds like mine's nearly done.
I'm so cocky with myself, aren't I? Look at that.
And do you know where this actually came from?
No.
Maybe we should find that out.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the name, there's no chicken in chicken fried steak. It's actually a piece of tenderised beef that's battered and fried, just like southern fried chicken. But the dish itself comes from humble roots, born from German and Austrian schnitzel recipes, using tender beef and a lot of southern twist. Deep fried, gravy smothered and unapologetically hearty.
Dredge, McDredge, look.
Dredgy McDredgerson.
Oh yeah, I
Look
just
at
said that out loud.
You did.
Do you know what I think as well? Is if we get like these little bits on this one,
Yeah.
it's going to make it really crispy. Because that Kendall's one
Yes.
had crispy bits, do you remember? Although I wonder if the baking powder is
Yeah.
going to make it puff up
Yeah.
and make it create crispy stuff.
And we should really explain what the Kendall's challenge was, shouldn't we? Because
was
we keep
difficult.
talking about it.
It was
but-
difficult. It was intense, is
Yes.
what it was. Kendall's restaurant in Oklahoma, home of the legendary food challenge that has been taken on by superstar competitive eaters like Beard Meats Food and Randy Santel. It's a massive platter with 3 chicken fried steaks, mashed potatoes, green beans, a biscuit and cinnamon rolls. And you've got just 1 hour to finish it. Spoiler alert, you'll have to watch the video to find out how we got on. So I'm going to pop that one
Yeah.
on there. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over this one with a bit more flour because
Okay.
I've run out of here.
Right.
Because guess what I did?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have 3 pounds
£3.
of, yes,
Wow.
fried steak, but there's only 2 of us.
Yes.
So I reduced the recipe. And do you know who I used to reduce the recipe?
Your new friend.
ChatGTP, my best friend. So it told me that this is how much I needed for 2.
Okay.
Look at all that.
Nothing on these ones.
I'm just waiting for it to get to temperature.
Okay.
325 is where we need to be.
But why is it so important? It's at 325. Just bung it in.
Well, it won't. The thing is, it'll just get really greasy and it won't get
Okay.
crispy if it's not at the temperature. So we don't just want to. You just want to sabotage me.
Just hungry and it looks delicious. So.
I'm going to sabotage myself. Let's see. So
What temperature are we at now?
we're at 325. We are at temperature. We are
Okay.
go. We are good to go.
Because we did say it was higher earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, it was too hot. It was like 345.
Okay.
It's now at 325. And I am going to start with a smaller one because I've just had a little bit
question.
of a nightmare.
Question.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
How are you going to get those big rascals into that small pan?
Well, that's what I was just saying. I've had a little bit of a nightmare. That's why I'm going with
Okay.
a smaller one because, as you've rightly pointed out,
Yes.
that one's way bigger than the pan.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to stand back.
Okay. Oh, music to my ears. Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Set the timer.
So we just leave this frying.
How
it
long
fries
for?
3 minutes. It says 3 to 5 minutes on each side.
Yes.
So I'm going to go 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the snow eggs debacle of. So I'm going 3.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Yeah.
Same again.
Yep.
And then we get to eat it.
Yeah. Well, no, we've got to make the gravy next.
Oh.
Almost like the sausage gravy we made.
Okay. So I've got to look at it when it's cooked.
Oh. Oh.
Is it time?
No. No, I'm just getting. Look, it's starting to bubble up. Can you see there?
Yeah, on the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks delicious, doesn't it?
It does. Are you feeling jealous yet?
Well, we've not seen mine yet, have we?
And we've not tasted mine. I'm getting very cocky.
You are.
Getting a little overconfident
Yeah.
with myself, aren't
You
I?
have to check yourself.
Before I wreck myself. So this one is now
Yes.
ready to come out.
Okay.
And there's a few things I've realised. One,
Yes.
I could have gone heavy with the batter.
Yes, it does look a little bit patchy, I'm going to be honest.
2, what I noticed, what does that look like? Ooh, does that look good?
It does look good.
2,
It does.
what I noticed
Yeah.
is the temperature dropped
Right. Okay.
when I put the meat in, which I guess is to be expected.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that. I'm going to class that as my practice.
Okay.
And this is going to be...
So we're adding
Perfection.
more rules into this challenge. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Stand back.
And I did have to cut it in half.
Yes.
Because it's too big for the pan. So I turned up, so actually I did turn it up on this one.
Yes.
Because it was a little bit cooler. It still doesn't seem hot enough, does it?
I think, like you say, as soon as you put the cold or the cool meat
Yeah.
in, I think it's dropping the temperature
It
quite a
is.
lot. So I think basically that might be a tip for people out there watching.
Or for people that have already made it, they
Yes.
might have been giving us that tip.
Yes.
If we'd have asked.
Put it in the comments if you've got any other tips for us on this.
Yeah.
But we've still not tasted it yet. It could be great.
It could be. And I need to put the timer on because I need to time this. Another 3 minutes, please. I think
Yes.
this is ready. This one
Yes.
looks even better
Yes.
than the other one. I
Yeah,
should
that's
believe.
got a lot more colour to it as well, hasn't it? Do you want some help?
Yeah. I'm trying
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Thanks.
Let me get around there.
Thank
Put that
you.
right in there.
Okay. So that one was a practice.
Yeah.
This one Oh, look at that. Look at the colour on that compared to that one.
I wonder if you could put that one back in for a bit, just because
Possibly, but it feels crispy.
Yeah.
That just crispier. Still feels crispy, doesn't it?
Actually, yeah. It's
just not brown.
Yes. Right.
So,
what now? Can we eat?
Not yet. We've got to make the gravy. We're almost there.
Okay.
I promise. Home straight. We need to make the gravy.
Yes.
That's what we're doing next. So it took me a minute to understand what you were saying about sieving.
Yes.
I got there in the
I
end.
had to explain it like 7 different ways.
You did,
I think
I
I
bet.
even wrote it down at one point.
You drew a diagram, didn't you? So I'm putting the flour
Yes.
into here, and then I took 2 tablespoons
Yeah.
of the oil, and then
From
the
the
bits.
cooking oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, that. And then the bits, like what do you call them?
Dregs.
The dregs.
The
Off.
Leftovers. The crispy bits.
The delicious bits.
The tasty
The
parts.
flavourful stuff.
Yes.
So we are going to turn this into a roux. I think
Ow.
it needs a little bit more flour. I'm going off piste.
Well,
I'm going off
on your head be it.
on my head be it.
Exactly. I mean, I just stick to the rules. Straight in the oven, stir it round, back out again.
You know why this happened, don't you?
Why is that?
Because I didn't ask ChatGTP
Okay.
to tell me how much to use for the sauce.
Okay.
So I'm guesstimating.
Your new friend is letting you down.
Well, I didn't actually give them the instructions to help me.
Scary.
Oh, why is it scary?
Because it can magic you up a recipe without even telling it what to do.
It's incredible.
Yes.
I want to test it. I think I want to test it moving forward with a recipe and just say, make me this. I've got these ingredients, create a dish for me, and then we make it.
Okay, let us know in the comments if you think that'd be a fun video for us to try.
It would be, because
And also-
especially as Andrew might actually end up having to cook something as opposed to just,
I'm not sure I like this idea anymore. Let's not put that in the comments.
let's shelve that. Okay.
Also though, let us know what ingredients we should tell ChatGPT to use.
Yes.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
You people at home, tell us what ingredients, and then we try and
Yes.
you try and whisk something up while I stand.
We try.
While I stand here and just make sure the counter doesn't fall over.
Now, I'm not sure if I explained why I added the dregs into.
No,
The reason I did it is because we changed pans,
we did.
and it said to scrape the crispy bits
Good stuff.
into the mixture.
I'll hold this for you.
So I'm just stirring in the milk
Yeah.
to create the sauce. I thought about using a whisk,
Yes.
and I thought this is a non-stick and I'm going to get shouted at.
Yes.
For my own good, may I add.
So you just add it slowly.
Well, it said add it all in one go, but I've always added it slowly.
Well, it's your recipe.
It's kind of somebody else's.
It's a hybrid of your recipe.
Yeah. I might look a little strange. I've taken it off the heat.
Yes.
Because I don't want to get it too thick.
Boiling now, wasn't it?
Yes, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit
Yeah.
of salt
Okay.
and some pepper.
Pepper, you can't beat a bit of black pepper in
No.
it.
And then I'm stirring it. And then we're ready to plate this up.
Right,
Woo!
let's get going.
I'm really
The
excited.
best part of this.
I'm really excited now.
But who's gonna win?
That's a stupid question. But keep watching. Let's plate up. Yours looks sad.
The taste test. Well, I don't know. I have a token gesture. Does it look anything like it does in the box? Absolutely not.
This looks more like the box. This is what it was supposed to look like. That's what you got. Anyway, we should taste this, shouldn't we?
We should.
Okay.
Because you still at this stage cannot see that there is any steak in there at all because it's covered in the sauce.
Oh, okay.
But let's go. Dive in.
Oh, I found it. Oh,
Oh,
there's the steak.
right, okay.
Bit of potato. You know, I've got a guilty secret.
Yeah.
I used to love packet mash. As a kid, I loved it.
Be prepared to enjoy this then. And if you look, it's got quite a decent cross section through it, so it looks kind of okay. It's pretty thin, but I'll be the judge of this.
Okay. It's actually not that bad taste-wise. Taste-wise, you can tell it's like reconstituted meat, can't you? It's not crispy, but it's not bad.
It's got a touch of burger meat to it, hasn't it?
A touch, but not, a little firmer than burger meat.
I like that. I could comfortably eat that.
The gravy's it's got a little bit of a plastic taste to it.
All right, let me
It's not-
try a little bit more of the gravy because that's this here.
It's not as obnoxious as I thought it was going to be. It's not crispy. If I was going for not expecting it to be crispy, then I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, well, maybe that's what it's supposed to taste like.
And we did make some green beans.
And you missed those. I noticed how
Yes.
you've been dodging those.
Just to put a bit of colour on the plate.
Is
Not
that-
necessarily to eat them, just to put colour on the plate.
It's not as terrible as I would have expected.
No. I'm coming up with a winner's medal out of this one, I
I don't
think.
think you are, but we can carry on with that.
And just, mine was $3.99
Yes.
for the portion.
Yeah.
Which I would say that's a single portion, isn't it?
It's supposed to be, well,
Yeah.
I think it's half a portion. Is it a child's portion? Because that's not a big portion. So now this one,
I've got
Oh.
to say this looks magnificent.
it does, but let's hope it's as good as that one, if not better. Right, okay.
And Nicola has chosen to use the second piece that she did.
I have, because that one looked better.
So
And this is a little thicker than yours, isn't
I would
it?
say so. I'm going to go for the same area you did.
No.
And look at that. It's definitely cooked.
The problem I have with this is it's slightly under-seasoned,
Yes.
isn't it? I feel like you should have put salt and pepper
Yeah.
on the steak
Yeah.
and then breaded it.
And I suppose you could add it now, but yes, ideally to have more in there. But it was all in the powder and the
The
flour,
dredging,
wasn't it?
it is, and it's there, but it's just not all the way through.
Let me try a different
But
piece.
this is crispy.
Yes.
It's almost like I'm remembering it at Kendall's, but they had more flavour to theirs, didn't they?
Yeah, but there was a lot more of it there, wasn't there?
If you have it with the gravy, the flavour comes through, doesn't it? But how is the steak cooked?
That's really good.
That steak is
Yeah.
good, isn't it?
I love the steak is well cooked.
Yeah.
It's not under. It's not.
Overcooked.
Yeah. It's not too firm or too chewy. It's
No.
got nice tenderness to
Yeah, it
it.
has got nice tenderness to it.
But that coating is extraordinarily good.
It is. I just wish I'd have seasoned the meat all the way through.
Yeah, the
I think
crispiness
that's the
of that
only
is
thing
good, though.
that's missing.
And you made yourself some mashed potatoes as well, didn't you? Overall, let's put our results together. Mine cost $3.99. We've already said. This cost
About $5.
probably not far off.
Yeah, $5 because the meat itself
Yeah.
was like $4, and then the potatoes and the veg
Yeah.
and the gravy. So I'm saying $5, but for $5,
Yes.
the ease with which you can make this,
I wouldn't say easy, but
as he puts a massive mouthful in his mouth, I would say that you could make homemade equally as good.
absolutely.
And I'm gonna keep making this and what's the word? Changing it till I get the exact seasoning that I want on that steak.
Let us know in the comments if there's any seasonings you think we should have put in there or added.
Or do you normally season your steak before breading it?
Yes.
That's what I would like to know.
And also, YouTube thinks you might want to watch
One of these.
one of these videos.
We've got chicken fried steak to eat.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.